Welcome in to Cozy's Ghost Adventures. Today I'm going to read you a story. It's called The Watcher. It started with a family moving into a new home. A charming old house in a quiet neighborhood. The house had been empty for years, and they were eager to settle into their new life. There was just one strange thing about it. Before they even moved in, the previous owners had left without a trace. No forwarding address, no goodbyes, nothing. All that remained were the keys and the eerie feeling that something had been left behind. Okay, guys, on their first night in the house, everything felt very off. The house creaked in the wind, and the walls felt as if they were whispering. But they shook it off. They were like, hey, convincing themselves that it was just the house settling. The next morning, the husband went outside to get the mail. As he reached the front door, he noticed something strange. A large white envelope with a green balloon attached to it, with no return address. He opened it up, and when he looked inside, there was a letter, and it said, I've been watching you. I know you've moved in. The house is beautiful, isn't it? Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere, said the letter. At first, the man thought it was just a prank, someone messing with him. But then it happened again the next day, and the day after that. The letters always appeared in the same spot, tucked neatly between the door and the frame with a green balloon attached. And it was written in the same messy scrawl. They were never signed, but the message was always the same. I'm watching you. The family started to grow uneasy, as you can imagine. But things took an even deeper turn one morning. Deeper and darker turn one morning. When they opened the door, instead of a letter, now there was a small black box with a lock on it with a green balloon attached. Inside was an old faded photograph of their house. There was something disturbing about it. The windows were dark, but they could swear they saw a shadow moving in one of them. And there was a note written in the same exact handwriting. Do you see me? I'm always here, always watching, always lurking, even when you don't think that I am. Kind of reminds me of some people that I know. Anyways, you will never leave. Terrified, the family installed security cameras thinking that they could capture wherever was putting these letters on the door. But when they checked the footage, their blood ran cold. The footage showed nothing, absolutely nothing, of anyone approaching the house or leaving the letters. It was always as though the envelope just appeared on its own. Then, all of a sudden, one day, the tapping started. That's right. There goes the haunted printer, turning on by itself. Of course. At first, it was a faint, just a small tap on the window. Tippity tap, 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 during the night. But over the following weeks, it grew louder, more insistent. It would start always around 2 a.m., always the same time, always coming from a different window each time as well. But when they went to check, there was never anyone there. One evening, as the family was sitting in the living room watching Wonder Woman, the father glanced out the window. There, he saw it. Standing in the yard was a figure, very tall, unnaturally still, and staring directly into his eyes. He ran to the door, but when he opened it, there was no one there, not a trace. Not a damn trace. The family eventually left the house, okay? I mean, as you can imagine, it's pretty crazy stuff happening. They couldn't take the paranoia anymore, the sense that they were always being watched, even when they couldn't see anybody. When they packed up and drove away, they received one final letter. And the letter said this: "You're leaving? You think you can just walk away and leave? It doesn't matter. I will find you. No matter where you go. From here on out, I will always be watching and never, ever forget." To this day, the house still stands empty and no one dares to live there again. But every so often, someone passing by will swear they see a shadow behind the windows, watching, waiting, lurking. Guys, the moral of the story is this, okay? It's not the clowns with their balloons that get you in the end. It's the ones that you never see. The ones that are watching from the shadows, waiting patiently for the perfect moment to make you feel like you're never truly ever alone. The end. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you want to hear more stories like this, comment down below. See you guys on the next one. Peace.